is the object sati.
And the second is sati itself, which experience the sense object. But it can experience any object according to the truth of that very moment, whether it be this person or that person. But whatever is real can be satipatthana, the object, to sati itself, at level of directly aware of that object. Because now we talk about seeing, no awareness of seeing. Talking about hearing, no awareness of hearing. That's why it is not just pariyatti, but at moment when there are conditions for awareness to arise and be aware instantly by what we have learned, word by word, word to word, day by day, until it's time to be satipatthana, unexpectedly, anatta. So the anattaness of all realities begin to show up clearer and clearer, little by little, because of sati. Without the intellectual understanding, pariyatti, that level of sati cannot arise at all. So it has to be stage by stage, pariyatti, condition, patipatti. So, have you had satipatthana before? Truthful to the truth, satya barami. And you?
पूछा थिएँ इससे पहले कब सुने रहे नहीं ना
Okay. And when it's there, no expectation, just like now, no expectation to hear this word or think about that, the same. So the nature of all realities must be anatta, but the anattaness does not show up because ignorance cannot understand the nature of it. But when it's developed enough, instantly satipatthana is known. The characteristic of any kind of Dhamma can be known. The nature of it right there by satipatthana. And that level of understanding itself is satipatthana, and the object of understanding is satipatthana, two meanings. And the third meaning?
the pati samyak sambuddha,
The path of the Sammabuddha. And
Samyak
everyone,
Sambuddha.
only way.
Arya Satya.
So now, condition moment of follow the path of the Buddha to realize the truth. Is there also Samma Sankappa? Because we have talked about Samma Sati, Eightfold Path. Samma Sati is moment of experiencing the nature, the characteristic of a reality, unexpectedly beyond imagination or any kind of expectation. And is there also Samma Vitakka?
Is there, but what kind we don't know.
What is Samma Vitakka? Samma Sankappa. Samma Sankappa. What is the reality of Samma Sankappa? Is it a reality?
Yes, but
So, what kind? Citta, Cetasika, Rupa, Nibbana.
के पढे थिएँ यार सम्मा संकल्प चेतसिका
What Cetasika? Get closer and closer.
भर्खर एउटा के भन्नुभयो विताका भन्नुभयो हैन विताका
Vitakka, Cetasika. So understanding the nature, the characteristic and the function of Vitakka, different levels. at moment of sampatichana, it's there. And it arises with any kind of citta, which are not the 10 cittas. But who knows the characteristic of Sammavitaka? That's why a reality can be the object only one at a time. No selection at all. Would you like to experience Vitaka, Cetasika?
We can't experience it just now.
Depends on whether it can be moment of experience it or not. And this is more firm confidence of anatta, the truth, until all are anatta, no matter what stage, firmer and firmer. But there can be the considering about the nature of Vitaka Cetasika. See, it's not moment of seeing, but after seeing has fallen away, it's there instantly.
To arise and to
So it has its characteristic and its function exactly the same, but the object is different. Because at moment of seeing, the object of Vitaka is the visible object, that which is now seen. But when there are more and more understanding of that which is not self, it depends on what condition it to hold the object after phassa, contact. In order for panya or any other reality can perform its function clearer, stronger. So there can be the understanding of the nature of Vitaka Cetasika. Without it, the object does not appear well. But when it arises with Sampatichana, it's not like moment when there is understanding of what is there now, as it is, not so. There is visible object right now, right?
yes.
And Vitaka experience it, right? When it performs the function of Sampatichana. But when it performs the function of Samma Sankappa with higher understanding, it's
The
there.
level of understanding is very high. लेख तिमीले केही लेख्दैन बुझ्दै बुझ्दैन पछि फेरि शुद्ध थाहै छैन सम्यक संकल्प मतलब कौन चीज हो के हो सोध्नु भएको थियो अघि मैले के भनेको थिएँ कुन चेतसिका भनेको थिएँ त्यो सबै लेखिहाल्नुपर्छ यसको मतलब यो हुन्छ चेतसिका हो यो चेतसिका हो भनेर राम्रोसँग बुद्ध उहाँले केही नयाँ वर्ड भन्ने बित्तिकै लेख्नुपर्छ कि अनि बल्ल तिमीहरू
See, just one Cetasika, we learn about that Cetasika more, little by little, by different manners, by way of dhatu, by way of ayatana. Is Vitaka also ayatana?
Vitaka? Yes, it's ayatana.
What ayatana?
To be Vitaka. Kamma?
See, not remember but understand.
Kamma.
Dhamma yatana. See?
Dhamma yatana भन्नाले के हो
No matter we talk by way of ayatana or by way of satipatthana developing, Vitaka is one, the factor of realizing the truth. So When will it be Samma Sankappa? Vitaka Cetasika is there, but when will it be Samma Sankappa?
When high level panya, then it can be.
When it arises with Samma Sati. Because at that moment there is the understanding with awareness, and there must be Vitaka Cetasika, touch the object in order to experience it clearer. How many factors of Sammamaka?
How many factors of Sammamaka?
8 Sammamaka. So we have talked about Sammaditi, right understanding, Samma Sankappa, Vitaka Cetasika. What else?
के हो त्यो सबै हो पते ना अभी से खाली लिख लिए वो तो पते ना खाली लिख लिए
Rohan.
कभी सारा
The Eightfold Path. Eightfold Path.
Yeah,
When it experiences the Nibbana, but when it does not experience Nibbana, only 5.
Sammavaca, Samma Kamma,
Samma
Kammanta, Sammavaca,
Sammaditi,
Sammavaca,
Samma Sankappa.
Sammavaca.
When we talk about the Eightfold Path, we talk about each Cetasika, right? But when it is the Samma Makha, Virati Cetasik does not arise with it. But it is the path for sure, experience the other object. But at the moment when it's there, the object is Pariyat, is Dhamma, absolute, ultimate reality. So nothing to do with Virati. But Virati arises with its other citta. It is Makka because it's the way, but it's not the eightfold, not all 8 together. So there are usually 5 factors without the 3 Viratis. That's why we learn about reality and we know at what moment there is one only. Until the moment of realization of the path, all 3 must be there. It abstains permanently at level of Sotapanna, never kill, never did wrong, never do wrong deeds. Too much. But it takes time to consider that Dhamma is so very subtle. Kusala or akusala? With virati or without virati? No need to have virati. That's why virati does not arise with kusala citta all the time. But at moment of abstaining, it is because virati arises to abstain.
भाई तो यार उल्टा सीधा कुछ लिख के रहा है। और कौन सी पता हो जाएगा?
Is there virati now? Maybe.
तीन संग्रही तब्बे सम्मा वाचा सम्मा कम्मनंता सम्मा अजीवा.
There can be satipatthana right now, but no virati. That's why virati is makha pacchaya. Whenever it arises, it abstains little by little, the way to have less and less. But it's not the satipatthana.
Virati is magha pacchaya.
That's why we learn the difference little by little. It is magha, but as magha pacchaya. No matter when it arises, it is magha pacchaya or it.
लिख ले 24 to 50 है तो कौन आएगा ना?
ท่านอาจารย์ครับ I have a question about virati 3 because I've heard sometimes Satipatthana can have 6 factors, but 3 virati cannot be together until Sotapatimaka. But my vichikicha is about because like the explanation about 6 factors is when Satipatthana can aware of some virati, and at that moment there are 6, but is only the object why sometimes can have 6, not only 5, because even virati cetasika, it's only the object, not
Usually now they're seeing, and can seeing be the object of satipatthana?
can ครับ
So is there virati?
no virati ครับ
Oh, then 5
5
because of the viriti, but sin is satipatthana.
yes
Wow.
and why sometimes can be 6.
So what, not at moment of being aware of the nature of reality.
I see ครับ it's clear now ครับ thank you ครับ
That's why virati is magha pacchaya, or 8 are magha pacchaya, but they cannot arise all together. And when it arises at that moment, it performs the function of abstaining from ill deeds. That's why usually it just talk about the 5 magha. But when we talk about the moment of enlightenment, sotapatimaka, or 8 must be there. Because all the way of developing right understanding, there can be abstaining from ill deeds and so on. That's why in Tipitaka it just mentioned 5 factors and 8 factors. If it arises, its moment of abstaining from ill deeds, depending on whether there can be satipatthana of whatever is there or not. At moment of daily life, abstaining from wrong speech, whether there is satipatthana, understanding that moment as not self or not, which one, depending on condition. There must be question even from the time of Buddha. So can we think as much as there can be the understanding that can be understood? What moment there's no vitaka? You haven't learned yet, so we passed. Until you learn about the samatha bhavana, not vipassana bhavana, not satipatthana, different path.
But in the moment of seeing no vitaka.
Oh.
Within citta there is no.
That's why how many cittas vitaka arises with?
Accepting cittas.
Accepting citta.
If you would like to understand number, you have to calculate. But if there is understanding any moment when it's not the 10 cittas, and some moments we haven't learned yet, it's about the samatha bhavana, tranquil bhavana, not vipassana bhavana. So now, from the very beginning, we learn little by little for panya to develop to the degree that it can directly experience what is there now, not just learning about them, about seeing, what condition it's arising, but now it's there. So we learn about what reality, experience it, until it is known as it is. That's why how many Bodhipakkhiyadhamma? 37. And today it's a mind 37. So we learn about Satipatthana, and then
And the force of Satipatthana's kaya and mind.
Kayanupasana, Satipatthana, and Vedanupasana, Satipatthana, Chittanupasana, Satipatthana, and Dhammanupasana, Satipatthana.
what are they?
They are the four Satipathanas.
The first one?
The first one is Kayanu Upasana Satipatthana.
What is Anupasana and Kaya?
Kaya is a body, and Upasanu means Upasanu, and Upasana.
Kaya Anu
Kayanu
Pasana. Kaya Nu Pasana.
Kayanu Pasana.
Pasana means understand clear.
Understand clear.
So now when we talk about seeing, it's not as clear as when it's begin to understand it gradually as Kaya Nupassana Satipatthana. And why it's Kaya?
Why is?
Usually the word kaya means what?
It's a body, hardness.
Kaya is the reality which comes together. Namakaya, Chitta and Chittasika, and Rupakaya, part of the body. That's why usually we understand Rupa only Kaya, but the meaning of Kaya is not just Rupa, also Nama too. But when it is Satipatthana, we just talk about the Kaya because in a day we cling to Kaya so very much. Do we? So we learn just about the truth of life. What is there in life? Only one moment in lifetime, never to return. But clinging is to every reality there.
Many kusala.
So there are many objects. When we talk about Kaya Nupassana Satipatthana, if we don't read it, how can we know how many of them? That's why we read and understand what about Kaya is there. So the first section of Kaya Nupassana Satipatthana, how many sections?
4.
Kaya
Kaya ko po. Indian home.
Can you find it in that book? Really?
I have read, there is no.
Really?
But here no.
So Kun Pete will tell you. That's why we don't have to read and follow the line, but understanding when it's Kaya Nupassana Satipatthana, it's not far away out of this. It's there now. What is taken for Kaya, the body. So what is the first Kaya Nupassana Satipatthana? How many papa section? Đây làนี่แล้วเอาหนังสือมาดูก็ได้ That's true, that's true. Be truthful to the truth. What is Anapana?
Is the meaning in Nepal we say. In the meaning we say anapana like to breathe and breathe out.
Breathe in, breathe out.
It's anapana.
Breathe in, breathe out.
What is breathing?
Air. The oxygen.
Inhale.
She is learning.
Example, Achan.
She is learning to understand what is there can be understood, the truth of it. We call it breathing. We think that we are breathing, but what is the nature of breathing?
Nature of eating. Nature.
Who are you?
We are breathing, but we don't know.
To be alive. To be alive in samsara.
Is there breathing? What condition it?
To continue life. To continue life. 14
14 papa.
Just number and name.
Bappa.
I'll do Kayanupassana Satipatthana.
भाई तो कुछ नहीं किस करी गाओ एक पत्ते नहीं पहुंचे बताया अब तक कौन सी मैं बताना चाहती थी फर्स्ट में कौन सी
5 plus 9.
5 plus 9. 14.
14 Bappa.
ऐसे लगे
Just number.
किसी कुछ
You want to know name and number? Just name and number.
No.
I
No, we
can
want
tell
to
you.
understand, Ajahn. How Jai Ma.
เข้าใจไหมหรือไม่เข้าใจ
เข้าใจค่ะ
ค่ะ
คือภาษาเขาว่าเรามันสลับได้
and what
มี
is
เอาเข้าใจค่ะอาจารย์
ได้ที่โชว์
Our is one, Ajahn.
सिखा तो पूछे करा ना
एक तो आना पाना बफ्फा मालूम चला ये बफ्फा का है ना तेरा
आनापाना बाफा भनेको त्यही सास लिने हैन
5 बवक 9
कहाँ है
मीठो पॉइंट पे दिन तो याद रहा ये चीज पड़ जाओगा
हम पूरे लिखे हैं
वो देखे रहते अपना वो बोझेगा बच्चे मतलब
If you want to know name and number, ask me. If you want to understand in the deep meaning,
we are learning to understand what is here.
then we can be understood deeply.
Otherwise, to live each day without any understanding of here, the body. So now Kun Hang, we're going to tell you about the first section of Kayanupassana Satipatthana. Here, see, learn to understand here the truth of what is there.เข้าใจดีกว่าจำก็ใช่
First section Kayanupassana.
Sorry, Ajahn, I just understand that is a kind of very subtle rupa conditioned by chitta. Anapanasati Patthana.
The meaning of Kayanupassana Satipatthana, Kaya, the body, Nupassana, understanding the body, Kayanupassana, clearer and clearer, as it is the base or the object of understanding. Not the table, but here, Kayanupassana Satipatthana. So all Kayanupassana Satipatthana concern about what is there now. It means that not clear understanding of what the body is at all, even it's there from birth. So now, go on, you understand what's meant by Kayanupassana Satipatthana. Without Satipatthana, there cannot be clear understanding of what is the body. To understand it's not yours and it's not you, just the reality conditioned to arise and false way. So listen carefully. What is the first section?
The first Anapana
Baffa.
Baffa
Baffa.
Bappa
Baffa.
Satipatthana.
Anapana
Anapana
Bappa
Bappa.
in Pali. Bappa.
Baffa.
Section.
Lead the Baffa. Baffa from the body. Baffa.
Anapana Bappa.
Right. This is the word. It has to be clearly understood so we can go on understanding a little more.
How many
That's the first one.
First one
Yeah,
is
first
Kayanuku,
And
first
it's
one
made-
Tengsangi Anapana.
The first section
Is
on
Anapana Bappa.
And second.
The first one.
okay, Kun Pete.
Only Quran.
Ajahn, again my survivor. More.
Depends on you. Depends on your loba.
He'll give you more loba with kindness.
เพราะว่ามันเหลืออีก
No, son.
7-8 ขวดไม่ไอ้รู้ไอ้รู้
Ajahn, I
But
will
let me
give
back.
after discussion.
I have more loba. Oh, I have enough loba.
More lower.
ครับ Anapanabappa, this section the Buddha taught about exhale and inhale our breathing, that we take it for ourselves. Without breathing, life cannot be continued. So it's really important. But just dhatu or Dhamma, which arises by citta. So in Tipitaka, the Buddha taught about many characteristics of breathing. For example, long or short, or with somanassa or with ubeka, whatever. But breathing is breathing. It's just rupa. Vayodhatu arises by citta and gone. The characteristic of Dhamma can be experienced by awareness directly to this Vayodhatu as Dhamma, no matter what characteristic of breathing, to let go the idea of self, of breathing. ครับ and we cannot select to only know, only experience breathing, because sometimes if it doesn't appear, so just doesn't appear. But sometimes breathing can be the object of awareness unexpectedly, but by conditions. For example, when you run so fast and you like, sometimes it's right there. But when we don't have understanding enough, you take it for ourselves. I breathe, or breathing in I, for example. But for the people who have understanding enough, no matter what happened, when there's condition to for breathing be the object of awareness, it can be understood by Satipatthana. But nowadays people think we have to sit across and inhale, exhale to follow the breathing to understand it, but it's not true. ครับ
So this anapana, in Nepal also they are using like a vipassana. In vipassana, when say vipassana, they are thinking not they are due to like anapana, and they are named to give to vipassana.
Anapana Vipassana. Anapana Vipassana.
To meditation, when say meditation, they are doing to anapana, to meditation, to ekagata, to our inhale and in out the breath.
Focusing on
Breathing.
and they give them name.
So now it's anapana.
No, Ajahn.
No understanding. It's only I breathing.
No
I'm
enough
breathing.
understanding, Ajahn.
That's why be truthful. Is the anapana appear now?
No.
We have to
No. Listen. Does the breath in or out appear now? No.
Because we are breathing.
appear होता है, मालूम चला था? नहीं मालूम चला था साथ लेते?
When we have ekagrata, then we know we are breathing. When we have ekagrata, concentration, then we can know there is breathing.
The question is whether now it appears or not.
It appears. No, I think.
No. See? Because what is seen appears, what is heard appear, but the breath does not appear. So anyone try to experience it, to understand it, right or wrong,
It's wrong.
because it's not there appearing. So what can be object of right understanding has to be only when it's there, right in. So the one who sati is aware of breath at that moment understand anattaness, not with intention, not it's my desire to experience it. Wrong from the very beginning, not Dhammatra. Remember what is understood, never change. Dhamma can not belong to anyone. It's there already and gone already. That is thinking about it. It's not satipatthana yet. So, but satipatthana does not select any object at all, depending on sati itself. It has arisen by condition to be aware of an object which is naturally now, any appearing now, depending on sati is conditioned to arise and experience it or not. That's why having the understanding of the anattaness of all kinds of Dhamma in any moment has to be so firm from the very beginning. Otherwise, it's not the development of sati, because one tries to have it, not letting go the idea of I. See, the certainty of the path is the understanding that it can be any moment by conditions, not I can do. So, can it be your satipatthana?
No, Ajahn.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
Because for satipatthana,
Mike.
So the question is whether can it be?
It
It can be, yes.
It can be.
It can, Ajahn.
But who knows whether it will be or not? But it
now.
can be. Otherwise, it's not in the text. Whatever is real, appearing only when it's there, it can be known. But when it's gone, it cannot be known. When it hasn't arisen yet, it cannot be known. That's why, don't forget, Dhammadara, what is there can be known, not that which is gone or hasn't arisen yet. Don't concern about the past or the future, otherwise no understanding of what is there right now. More firm understanding of the path, Satipatthana. It is Sati, not you. Patthana, the object of Sati, not you.
ท่านอาจารย์ครับ I have question about when you ask can breathing appear and
Can breath appear?
It means like just appear, not without understanding.
Now what appear?
Yeah, because sometimes
Now what appear?
Now the visible object,
Okay, not breath.
not with. But sometimes like breathing can appear. For example, I have ran at Lumpini Park and I listened toท่านอาจารย์ talking about Anapanasati unexpectedly, and after that,
Unexpected what?
Unexpected about listen to
About
ท่าน
the
อาจารย์
story?
Yes, and after that, when I heardท่านอาจารย์said about breathing, and I breathed so hard, and at that time it appeared, but not with understanding, but I know it's just like this is aramana.
So I know.
Yes. So
Everyone know.
yes, and but like it can appear to be aramana sometimes,
Sometimes.
but not that level of panya. ครับ
That's daily life.
Soใช่ครับ I think it's appear sometimes.
It appears on daily life
Not-
without any understanding. Just like visible object, it appears, no understanding.
Right,
So breath
ครับ
appears, no understanding.
ใช่ครับครับ I mean that ครับ
That's why it needs the intellectual understanding, pariyati, so firm to understand all dhammas are anatta.
So it can be appear or not.
Okay, don't ask him. Does it sometimes appear? Really not at all?
Because it's not a visible object.
Does visible object now appear?
Yes, visible
So
object.
does breath appear?
Breath not is visible.
Not at all?
Breath कब दिखाई? Not visible object.
It
How
doesn't
can
matter
it
at all.
appear?
whether-
It is what it is on.
It appear, but we cannot see.
Is it the meaning of appear?
रूपा हो, but हवक दिखा नहीं लाना. हवक कब दिखा नहीं.
Appear now, everything, when it's there.
महसूस वाला दिखा नहीं.
For example, visible object is there now. Visible object is appearing. Hardness appears
Yes.
when it appears only. So breath, running quickly.
Then is appear.
Today, please run very quickly.
मतलब वो appear हुई, but
And sometimes you just
fastly breathing.
you don't need to say hard breath at all, but it's there. And when doctors say breathe very deep. See, you don't know it does not appear, or did it appear? But as I'm breathing, so it appears by conditions, but no understanding of it. And Satipatthana understand that it's a reality without awareness and right understanding develop. It's impossible to let go the idea of breath as breath, my breath, my breath. That's why what in there in life, from birth to death, each life, all are dhammas. And they are not known before until listening to the teachings of the Buddha and know that what he talked about is now. And the body, it's now. Breath is now when it appears. Would you like to try to have it appear? No need at all. So why do you try? See, it's wrong. Intention with the idea of self. So what about anapanasati more? Or that's enough?
ครับ when we talk about anapanasati, it doesn't mean anapana or breathing is aramana or only the object of citta. For example, when I run and it's only aramana, the object of citta, but it's not sati at all, because there's no kusala to experience breathing. Because when we talk about sati, it means at that moment anapana must be the object of kusala citta, and not low level of kusala, but the kusala with understanding. So when we have intellectual understanding enough of the Buddha's teaching, and whenever it's time for breathing can be appeared by understanding and awareness of that object. It can be anapanasati. And another meaning of anapanasati, samadhi, is for people who is really, really great, like Samma Sambuddha, Pacceka Buddha, and Mahasavaka, who can have understanding enough to have breathing appear with tranquility, to have jhana with anapanasati, not the object of us. So those people who have great accumulation of jhana before many times and great wisdom to understand even the object is so deep and subtle like anapana, but can appear with their wisdom, their understanding. If it's not sati, only aramana for ignorance and akusala, like in daily life, I breathe, my breathing, just like that.
So what is the nature or the characteristic of what we take for ลมหายใจ the breath? When we talk about breath, it seems that everyone understands, right? But it's not understanding because it's something, my breathing, and so on. But when it's not I, what is it experienced? The word. Can you see? That's why it's wrong idea all the time when understanding is not firm enough. You think that you see breath. Can it be seen? So how can it be known? We have to consider again and again and again to have clear and clear understanding. Otherwise, how can it be the object of Satipatthana? No understanding. So, what is the reality of breath? He's behind me. I don't know what he's doing. Is he breathing? Oh, I see. I see.
Because I did anapanasati a long time ago.
Okay. A long time ago, wrong, all right.
A long time ago when I was in university, about the age of my Nepali students. I was in Than Panya at Suan Mok, and he taught us how to do a meditation, and especially anapanasati, right? The same. And the question Than Ajahn asks is, what is the reality of anapanasati? One reality is vibration. And
Why you have to?
Yeah, why breathing? Sometimes, of course, I did with self, not panya, but as I familiar with doing this for a long time. Therefore, it happened to me from time to time. Now let's move to reality. Talking about vibration, for example, right now, myself, knowing about vibration at the tip of my nose, and sometimes, so far, I'm okay. I'm not get the cold. Therefore, the warmness won't appear because warmness is one kind of reality. I'm counting because they're เย็นร้อนอ่อนแข็งตึงไหว Oh, and hardness. เย็นร้อนอ่อนแข็งนะปัทวี it even though there's a reality which I have learned, but there's no hardness appearing right now, just only the vibration. Therefore, the vibration is reality which I understand, but is self, not panya. Yeah, that's it.
So it's not anapanasati.
It's not
Because
panya
there's no
anasti,
sati.
because right, it's just a sati.
Are you breathing?
Yeah, but at least I know that it's not anapanasati. What I did for a long time, since about your age, it was wrong. And
I thought they had practiced
they have
anapanasati.
practiced the same. Yeah, yeah. I just heard that you practice the same as me. When I was about your age, and well, you lucky. You have heard the right. Yeah. ท่านอาจารย์ใช่ the right time and right teaching, right, which you can develop ปัญญา greatly in the future. Okay, อนุโมทนา no sati. But honestly, sometimes it's quite irritating because it pop up very often because I get used to it. It's
With
not
ignorance.
shy with ignorance. But may I ask you at the moment, how would it possible that panya would be developed, from, having this kind of, concentration on this.
So we have to understand what is panya. Otherwise, we take the word panya
Panya knows
and
the
we think that
reality.
there is panya.
Panya knows the reality.
Understand
Panya understand reality right now, like
that it's real,
what it means that panya slowly develop that is nama dhamma, correct?
but not just the word.
Not just the word, just understanding. Okay.
Is there any hardness appearing now? Is the understanding of hardness right then, now, the same, no matter it's breathing or anything?
Appearing, but not understand this appearing.
It's not sati.
So when breath appears to the right understanding from being aware of that object with right understanding enough, is it as hardness right now? Exactly the same. The only way to let go, taking that it's so very subtle object, only the wise one can have it and so on, because in truth, whatever is experienced has to be the object of letting go. So no matter it's breath or not, it's only hardness. Heat, cold, and on.
Okay, sorry. Let me ask again, becauseท่านอาจารย์ asked about hardness. Apart from having hardness or vibration on breathing, how about touching microphone is also hardness, or even feet touch, the floor. Also, I often, feel hardness, but of course it's self, not panya. What about this?
Okay, and that's why we don't call this breath. Each word should be considered again and again and again and again until it develops the understanding of the truth very gradually. So it's not known how much is there now. A little more understanding of what is said today, different from yesterday or last week. So at moment of touching this and the moment of breath, different, but the reality is exactly the same. Otherwise, there cannot be the moment of letting go, that as breath. So, what else? Kayanupassana Satipatthana. How many section. We don't finish 10 yet.
Just 11.
14.
14
I'm not good at numbers. I don't memorize by numbers. 14.
14. Papa. Papi. Papa. Papa. Pa. Pa. Not ba. Oh, yeah. Papa.
Second year high school.
Just talking about Anapana.
Position.ยังมีอยู่อีกคนหนึง
ได้รอดแล้วไปไม่รอดออกไม่ได้
มุดใต้โต๊ะ Even the body, so many papa. No understanding of anything we take for body
Do we
at all.
have to know all 14? So many.
How many chitta, cetasika, and rupa,
It's really,
by
I'm sorry.
different aspects?
So many sections. Do I have to know everything?
You don't need to say what section or how many sections, but at moment of understanding is one of the section.
But there are so many sections.
No need to say, because it's the understanding.
It depends upon it appears or not, correct? And
It's not at moment of understanding what aspect is this, what papa it is, not at all.
No, not like that.
But it's body, or feeling, or chitta, or dhamma. See, we don't talk about outer papa on the first one yet. So we know just very little about the truth of each moment. Do you have any question, Rohan? It's your time.
It's related. Just like an invisible object can also be rupa.
Say it again.
Invisible object like air. Is this rupa?
So what is meant by rupa?
Rupa are those visible objects that we can experience.
The word rupa, what does it mean? Rupa Dhamma, Nama Dhamma.
Rupa Dhamma.
So what is Rupa Dhamma?
Rupa Dhamma are those realities. These are the realities that we experience.
The Rupa Dhamma is any reality which cannot experience any object. Hardness.
It can be experienced.
Hardness is real, is a Dhamma, but it cannot experience anything.
Yes.
So whatever is real but cannot experience anything is Rupa Dhamma.
That can be air is also Rupa Dhamma.
So no one, only Rupa Dhamma and Nama Dhamma.
So everything in this samsara, there is Rupa Dhamma.
We have to learn from the very beginning again. not the wrong understanding, still conditioned moment of considering. So now, whatever is real, in Pali term, it is Dhamma. In English, in Thai,
Reality.
in Nepal, a different one. It doesn't matter at all because we talk about the absolute, the ultimate reality. So Nama is any moment of experiencing. When you cry, at that moment,
Yes.
Nama Arupa.
So,
What kind of feeling? What kind of feeling condition?
it's
Cry.
domanasa feeling.
Domanasa feeling. And Domanasa is Nama Dhamma or Rupa Dhamma.
Domanasa is
Not the word, but it experiences an unpleasant object so strongly that it conditions crying. So from the very beginning, there must be clear understanding of all realities are Dhamma, one. And Dhammas are different by way of one can experience the object and the other cannot experience the object. So Dhamma, all Dhammas, everything is Dhamma, one word, one kind, all kind Dhammas. And the reality which is there so real experiences an object. Hearing, Nama Dhamma or Rupa Dhamma.
Nama Dhamma.
Why? Why is Nama Dhamma?
Because it can experience the sound.
It experiences sound. So the reality which arises and experiences an object is Nama Dhamma. And that which arises but cannot experience anything is Rupa Dhamma. Smell, Nama Dhamma or Rupa Dhamma.
Smelling is
Smell,
Nama.
the smell.
Smell is Nama Dhamma.
Smell, not smelling. Smell,
That's Rupa Dhamma.
Rupa.
Yeah,
And
if
smelling
is Nama
is
Dhamma.
Nama Dhamma, not you.
Yeah.
So have confidence of Dhamma on and on and on until at any moment right understanding can understand that object. But directly is Satipatthana. When it's not directly, it's not Satipatthana. Is there Satipatthana now?
No.
Is there seeing now?
Yes.
So what is difference between sati and seeing?
Seeing is just seeing the visible object, and sati is to remind to do kusla something, not to do akusla.
Sati does not forget
Yeah, it doesn't.
about the wholesome moment. Can this moment be Satipatthana?
Can be, but
Can this moment be Satipatthana?
can be. Maybe the next person. It can be.
It can, when there are enough conditions for its arising only. Just hearing that Nama is that which experiences the object and Rupa is that which cannot experience the object, can there be Satipatthana?
It can be.
Your answer.
There can be, but we can't know.
When you say it can be, what is the object of Satipatthana right then?
Hearing.
Okay, what is the object, hearing, and sati arises, it is aware of what?
Sound.
You talk about hearing. Can it be object of awareness?
Hearing awareness with I think no.
Is it real?
Yes.
So it's real, and its reality is that no one, only the reality which experience the object. If it's not that level of understanding, it's not satipatthana. So we cannot learn about satipatthana without understanding intellectually of what is there. It has to be very firm confidence of the truth. So it can condition moment of awareness instantly with understanding of what has been learned. So can sati arise now? It can. What is the object of sati right now? Do we have to think?
No, it depends. I just say that it depends upon the sati.
Okay, again. Can there be satipatthana right now?
Yes, it can be.
Yes.
Why?
Because it can be condition for satipatthana, because its seen can be satipatthana, hearing can be satipatthana. But now this scene not satipatthana.
Why
but
not?
It can be, because no have a level to understand this.
No have panya.
Do you know that seeing is not you?
No.
We
don't know.
anyone.
Really? You don't
We know, but we didn't experience it. Only thinking, only understanding, not experienced it.
Will you change?
We cannot change the Ajahn.
So
No one
is there
can change.
now understanding seeing?
Yes.
Yes, but not to the degree that it
Degree.
To level of
arises with awareness of seeing itself. We just think and understand the meaning of nama and rupa, but the characteristic which is nama or rupa hasn't been the object of satipatthana yet. But one day, learning more and more and more, the conditions for the moment of directly aware of seeing, which has been known and not forget that it's there right now, whether it's known or not. But when it's known, it has to be the moment of seeing right now, when it is directly aware of seeing. Otherwise, the idea of self is very deeply rooted. When there's no moment of understanding the seeing with awareness. Any question?
second section.
You see, in the old days, when monks are together, sitting together, when there's no question, they sat still. But considering Dhamma, not just sit still. Are you thinking of Dhamma? What is your thought about?
I was thinking the name I have written,
I see.
remembering the words.
See, there is thinking, but no understanding of thinking yet. But there is thinking and understanding a little more. It can be moving, not just attend to the word, but to the reality which sees. Is there viriya now? It arises with what citta? What citta? Chavana citta. Kusala or akusala?
Can be.
One at a time.
Yes, it can be kusala.
It can
Can
be
be.
akusala.
Okay. When it is kusala arising with virya, is it virinsi?
Not birinsi, but it's only birya.
That's why understanding the difference between even one cetasika, different degrees. Is that cetana?
Yes, Ajahn.
What kind of cetana?
Sahadata kama pachaya.
I didn't ask about pachaya. What is the question?
Is there Chetana now?
So the answer is,
Yes.
Yes.
what kind of cetana?
Kusala and akusala.
One at a time.
Kusala.
Cannot be together. So now, what kind of cetana?
Kusala.
How to know kusala?
अच्छा सोचिसन thinking good.
कैसे मालूम चला कि कुसले हो?
We can't know. We don't know which can be kusala, which can be akusala. We don't have that level of understanding.
We cannot separate the both.
Does virya arise with seeing?
Virya arises with seeing.
It does not arise with sin, Ajahn.
Does it arise with sampatichana?
Yes, Ajahn.
It can be arising.
What can arise with virya?
What birya?
What citta? We are talking about virya.
Sampati channa can be arising with birya. Santirna can be arising with birya.
Microphone.
Right, huh? What chitta can be arise with virya? Kusala chitta, akusala chitta. Santirna can be arise.
Santirana arises with what? Virya?
Birya chetasika.
Sampati Channa.
Oh, sorry. Birya. They are again to again say I thinking vitaka. Not listen birya. Chawana. Chitta. सब परेशान है तो दो तीन दिन बिता का बोल रही है मैं बिता के सोचेगा दिन तक बिता का नहीं पूछ रही है तब कर देगा.
Does virya arises with loba?
Yes.
Dosa? Moha?
Yes.
Seeing?
Seeing?
No.
No.
Sampatichana?
Virya? No.
Santirana?
No.
Virya?
No.
No.
Bodhapana?
Yes. Manodhara Vachana.
Uthapana and Chavana.
And what about Panchatavara Vachana?
No. Only with Manodhara.
Ani Manudhara.
Because if in Panchodhara, then it can occur in Sampati also and other also.
And seeing, hearing,
Yeah.
everything also, yeah.
And how do you know whether sati is satipatthana or not?
Satipatthana, not? We cannot know.
How this know?
Can we know?
Can we know, but now no.
How?
To be
Can you
When
know?
Panya increase and considering, discussing.
Because it has to be a moment of direct awareness of a reality at any time by conditions. And Panya at that moment understand the difference between understanding the object, the truth of it, the nature of it, not just thinking about its nature. So now there is seeing, is this moment of being aware of seeing.
हुँदैन कहाँ रहन्छ उहाँ सिमबाट
के हुँदैन
कहाँ थियौँ यहीँ मुम्बईमा हाम्रो यो रहिसक्यो त सिम चाहिँ
मैदाइखा छन्.
And when awareness, sammasati, is aware of seeing, is it known that is it sammasati?
सम्मासाथी हुने बेला त्यो थाहा हुन्छ के सम्मासाथी छ हुँदैन होला नि है
सम्मसति पन्याले थाहा हुन्छ एउटा डिग्री हो पन्या इट्स क्यान बी नो सम्मसति
Sati, right then, it's different. Because it is aware directly of the object right now. So it's known when it's there, and it's known when it's not there, the different moments. Otherwise, how can there be the understanding more and more about whatever is there now as no one at all? At moment of being aware of seeing, what appears at that moment?
Visible object.
Right or wrong?
No.
Yeah. Otherwise, there's no understanding of sammasati again. It's aware of only one reality directly. So at the moment we are talking about seeing, it's not direct understanding because no awareness of the seeing at all. But at the moment of being aware, sammasati, of seeing, what is there at that moment.
बोलो क्या पूछे
सुने भी नहीं कह रहे हैं तो क्वेश्चन क्या कहे हैं
at the moment of seeing Achan whatever there
Sammasati is there. It is aware of seeing. So it is Sammasati. At that moment, what is there?
to be Sammasati there and the Panya to know of the Sammasati to ever the sin.
And what is there?
कहती जब समासति है वह आवरने से समासति तुम्हें क्या है
See, listen again, consider again, understanding again a little more. Each time we talk about, we are now talking about Sammasati, so it has to be clear understanding of Sammasati. Usually, sati is being aware of wholesome deeds and so on, generally. So it's moment of kusala. But when we talk about sammasati, it has to be with panya.
To be know the
And
reality.
it's aware directly of an object only because of hearing about it and understanding what is there. So when awareness is aware of it, it begins to understand what is there, right? So now at moment of seeing and the sammasati, what is there?
There is color, seen,
Seeing only. Because sammasati is aware of seeing, so how can there be other thing? At moment of being aware of hardness, only hardness appear. At moment of awareness of seeing, nothing but seeing. So the nature of seeing, the reality which experiences, begin to be object of awareness, to be acquainted with the reality which no shape, no form at all, only experiencing. Even the object of seeing cannot appear together. Otherwise, it's not sammasati. Just be aware of one object. So at moment of being aware of that which is seen, seeing does not appear. At moment of being aware of seeing, the visible object cannot appear. Is that right?
Yes, Ajahn.
The object of sammasati is whatever is real, and right understanding begin at moment when awareness is aware of that object. If the awareness is not aware of that object, the truth of that object cannot be known. So it is higher understanding the difference between sati in daily life, kusala, dana, and sila. But when panya is more, understanding, letting go, doubt about seeing, it conditions moment of understanding with direct awareness of seeing only. Otherwise, there can never be clear understanding of seeing as just a reality which experiences an object. And the object cannot be known together. And when the object is known as some satipatthana, seeing does not appear together. Only one object at a time. So it's not that every moment in daily life. Because we are talking, we are thinking, we are liking of that which is there, very short and then gone. So it appears the nimitta of something all the time. no understanding of just one nimitta. See, one nimitta, not the mitta of people and things. Is there a little more understanding of sammasati?
Yes, Ajahn.
It's a so very precious moment. It begins to be aware of the characteristic, not just the word and the meaning of seeing and visible object, but the nature of that object. It's directly the object of awareness. So is there any moment of sammasati? Not yet. Not yet. Until time comes, conditions are ready at that moment, unexpectedly, who knows? What would be next moment? So can there be enlightenment of the truth anytime, anywhere, and any object, unexpectedly? That's the way it is. When you are trying so hard, it's not the way. It hinders understanding because it's you who tries very hard. Before hearing about sammasati, is there any understanding of sammasati? Not at all. That's why understanding gradually, even sati, one reality, many degrees. Because it begins to be satipatthana and satindriya. It's not satipala yet. It's not sampochanka yet. So it has to be there only by panya, keener and keener, understanding clearer and deeper, in order to let go behind ourselves when the nature of realities appear as no one, no thing at all. So is it now? Will it be tomorrow?
It depends on
Beyond
conditions.
expectation, beyond imagination, just
It
one
depends on
object
understanding
appears.
in Panya.
And that is not the beginning of Satipatthana. Because now there can be a moment of Satipatthana, so very little, and there are so many things around. But it is different from when it's not Satipatthana. Panya, everything, every level. Touching hardness, only Panya knows whether it is Sati or Satipatthana, or Satindriya or Satipala. Stage by stage. So this is the great wisdom of the Buddha. Without his teachings, no light to understand what is there, because even it seems like it's so bright, but it's in darkness of understanding. No understanding at all. Just live in the world of nimitta until death. Phante อยู่ไหน Where's Phante?
He may be busy.
Enough for today? To understand Satipatthana,
ค่ะอาจารย์
not just the word, but its higher level of panya. Not just understanding, that seeing right now, lopa dosa right now, but the moment it's there. Each one, each nimitta. Nimitta of seeing, nimitta of lopa, nimitta of dosa, nimitta of everything. Only reality which doesn't have nimitta is nibbana. No arising to be nimitta. But not enough understanding of nibbana. Only few words. See? How can it be known? No nimittas, imagine, while there are all nimittas in the day. ค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ